Imagine going undrafted and just a few years later becoming the highest paid player at your position in NFL history. Well, that's what happened today with Raiders star punter AJ Cole. Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Small Raider, back at it again with yet another video. If this is the very first time you guys are coming across this channel, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. With that being said, some breaking news today. According to Jordan Schultz, the Raiders and two-time first team All-Pro punter AJ Cole have agreed to a 4-year, $15.8 million extension with $11 million in guarantees, making him the highest paid punter in the NFL. Cole had 1 year remaining on his current deal, so he's now under contract for the next 5 seasons at just under $20 million. AJ was recently tied at the 4th highest paid punter with around $3 million per year. Now, with the new contract extensions, he will be making around $3.95 million per year. Now, knowing how big of an asset AJ Cole was for this team, it only made it right for the Raiders to lock in one of the best punters in the NFL, especially for the foreseeable future. So, how did AJ Cole go from overlooked college punter to the highest paid? Looking at his history, looking at his journey, it hasn't been an easy one. He was a walk-on at NC State, ended up earning his starting job. Then he went undrafted in 2019, signed with the Raiders, and ended up beating veteran punter Johnny Townsend for the starting job. Ever since then, he has never looked back. From the start, Cole has shown his rare leg strength, consistency, and a knack for pinning teams deep. That combination made him a core piece for the Raiders rebuild. And then looking at his whole career since then, his 6-year career, he's put together an elite resume. Being a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first team All-Pro in 2021 and 2023, and also an NFLPA first team All-Pro, which is voted by the players. And on top of all of that, he broke the franchise record for the longest punt, also tying the NFL record as well with 83 yards. So just looking at his journey, trying to get into the NFL and what he's been able to do since he's been in the NFL, he definitely deserves the money that he was paid today. Now, I was able to ask him about how he felt, about being a first team All-Pro with the team, and this is what he had to say. How does it feel to be an All-Pro, man?
Yeah, it's really cool. The thing I'll say about it too is that kind of an award and that kind of an accolade, I kind of get the attachment and I get the name on it and I get to be the face of it, but really it's a group award, and the guys that I play with on the punt team and the guys that I work with every day, they were just as much of a part of my success as I was, and I can't do what I do without the people around me. And so it takes a group to be successful, and so those guys that were out there all 17 games sweating, running, covering, blocking, protecting, doing all that. Yeah. They gave me confidence. I gave them confidence, and so it's a group thing. The way I see it.
I know being a Pro Bowl punter, man, it's probably one of the most chill jobs, man. What's your favorite thing to do during Pro Bowl week as a punter?
Dude, eat hot dogs. The halftime glizzies, man.
What do you mean by that?
This is definitely huge for AJ's career, especially going from undrafted punter to the highest paid. And yes, I know that punters don't really get a lot of love, but that's slowly starting to change. AJ Cole is a field position weapon, and in the NFL, field position is everything. When your punter is able to consistently flip the field, your defense plays freer, your offense gets better chances, and your team wins more. Now, I know that our team hasn't really won a lot since AJ's been with the team, but I feel like most of that is in due part with the Raiders really struggling to have a defensive identity, and then on top of that, being really inconsistent at the quarterback position. But I do feel like this year could be a little bit different. Of course, having Pete Carroll as the head coach, also us having somewhat of a defensive identity with some star players on the defensive side of the ball, and then having a quarterback that I feel like can be consistent and is the best quarterback that we've had since letting go of Derek Carr. So I feel like everything's kind of flowing into place, and AJ Cole definitely does play a huge role in this team moving forward and helping us getting some wins and putting us in prime position to at least score more points this season. But that's yet to be seen, and I don't want to get my hopes up too much. Now, Jordan Schultz said that he was able to talk to AJ Cole after signing his contract extension, and this is what AJ Cole had to say. There was a point where I thought football might be over. After the draft, doubts started to creep in. I went into the Raiders rookie tryout thinking This might be the last 3 days of football I ever get, so I enjoyed every second of it. And I've been doing that for 6 years now. I actually had a job lined up at IBM starting September 1st. Even after the Raiders signed me, I kept it until the last minute. I literally called Rick at IBM a week before the first game and said, "We're playing on Monday Night Football, I'm not coming." Probably the most interesting way IBM has ever been turned down. If I had gotten cut, I would have moved back to Raleigh and just started the job. Being the last Oakland Raider and the first Vegas punter means a lot to me. The history at this position in this organization isn't like anything else, and the fans really get it. I love this organization, I love the fans, and I love Las Vegas. I told my agents I want to be here for a long time. I want to play until I'm 40. I want to play forever. And man, I got a lot of respect for AJ Cole just to see what he's been able to do. And he has been one of the few bright spots for the Raiders in the past couple of years, ever since he joined this team. And it's really interesting to see. I didn't really notice this until I read it, is the fact that AJ Cole is the last Oakland Raider punter and the first ever Vegas punter. And he's going to go down in history one way or another. And speaking of history, we already know that the Raiders have a rich history at the position. I mean, the Raiders, if anything, can always get kicker and punter right. I just kind of wish they could get quarterback right all the time, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. But as far as the lineage of punters that we've had in history, AJ Cole definitely mounts up to that. Now, of course, Ray Guy comes to mind easily. Then you got Shane Leckler, who's been with the team for many, many years. And to me, I like Marquette King. Even for those small years that he had with us, he was an interesting guy, but he was a great punter as well. Now, I'm not going to put him up there with the other guys, but AJ Cole adding to the lineage of punters and the history of the Raiders just feels right. And he's going to be with this team for a long, long time until we find the next guy up. Now, overall, I think that this was a great move by the organization, especially right before the season. When I look at this deal overall, it's not about rewarding the player or the talent. It's about the vision that the Raiders have moving forward. The Raiders are showing that they value consistency and excellence, even in areas that don't always get the headlines. You look at AJ Cole, he's a leader in the locker room, especially for the special teams. He also has been reliable for the Raiders, and the biggest thing for players in the NFL is availability. And for AJ Cole, he has missed 0 games since he joined the team, which is something not a lot of players can say. And just to add on to all of that, I think that he's the perfect complement for a young defense and an evolving offense, just with the way that he's able to play on the field. Locking him in up until 2029 brings stability to the team, and it sets the tone that performance, no matter the position, gets rewarded. And Max Crosby, a couple months ago, got his contract extension as well, and I feel like all of this aligns with what Pete Carroll and the Raider organization see in them, not for only the things that they have done, but for the things that they believe that they will do moving forward. So to me, I do believe that AJ Cole deserved every bit of this money, and he deserves to be the highest paid punter in the NFL. But what do you guys think, Raider Nation? How do you guys feel about this contract extension? Did the Raiders pay him a little bit too much? Do you feel like AJ Cole is one of the best punters in the NFL, if not the best punter in the NFL? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until the next video, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.